Hi, how are you all doing? Welcome to my channel. I'm Mars. So for this video I'm in Create a Sim because I'm gonna create something for the new Sparked challenge. So if you haven't seen it, it's basically a challenge to create a supernatural character that doesn't already exist in The Sims 4, which I thought was really interesting because being Halloween month I've been focusing on doing makeovers of the supernatural characters we already have in games, so this was a really cool opportunity to make something different. So I wasn't too sure what to make initially. I wanted to do something that was maybe a bit different, so I decided to go with a Selkie. So in case you don't know what a Selkie is, I'm just going to give a little explanation. So Selkie is a mythological being from Irish and Scottish folklore. They're basically seals that can come on land, shed their skin and become human. Most stories revolve around female Selkies. They'll become beautiful human women on land, and then often human men fall in love with them, steal their skin and basically force them to live on land, because the only way they can go back to the sea is if they put their seal skin back on. So then these Selkie women would be forced basically to live a life on land, which is obviously not where they belong. But once they get their skin back, they'll then return to the sea. There's also some stories I read of male Selkies, but they don't seem to be as common, though similarly they become beautiful men when they shed their skin, and they tend to attract human women, particularly ones that are unhappy with their lives. That was one of the myths I read. It was like unhappy women could, if they shed 7 tears into the sea, then their Selkie man would come to them. Yeah, so I wanted to do a Selkie just because I thought it would be different and fun. Initially I thought I'd use the mermaids in game and make a version of her that looked human and then a version with a tail. Then I kind of thought, well, she's supposed to actually turn into a seal, not just have a tail, so I decided not to do that. Instead, I kind of took the idea of a seal and then did her like a human version, so she's grey skin, she's grey hair, grey eyes. I even made her clothes grey. I was like, I can't make a seal, but if I could make a seal be a person, that's what I went with. Yeah, so she's just grey dress, grey everything. Oh, here actually, I was gonna give her those teeth, but then I thought, no, she's not supposed to be monstrous, she's just supposed to be a beautiful woman when she sheds her skin, so that's what I went with. I didn't give her shoes because I kind of felt like, I don't know, like she wouldn't wear shoes, like shoes would be too human, but that even though she's in a human form, she's not human. She's always still like is ready to just jump straight back in the water, like she's ready to just rip her clothes off and get back into her seal form straight away. That's kind of what I pictured anyway. So for the challenge you don't have to do more than the everyday outfit, but I kind of just didn't like the idea of her wearing other random outfits, so I went back in and changed everything to a grey outfit. I think with the outerwear here, it's the only outfit I actually gave her shoes with. I think because I found a pair of grey boots, so I just thought I'd go with it. I had a lot of fun with this. It was a cool idea, just to make a sim, like it's a human sim, but making her something different. I never do that. I rarely play with the supernaturals. Like I never play aliens or anything, and I never have used any of the unusual skin tones. Like I've never used the grey skin tones before or anything, because I usually just make normal human sims, so this was quite cool to do. Yeah, so I'm pretty much kind of just continued on then for the next couple of minutes going over all her outfits. I ended up actually, it was a bit annoying because I had downloaded, it's not really a mod, it was like an unlocker for all of the outfits in the game, because you can use unlocked outfits for this challenge, but then for some reason just having that in my game made it appear modded when I tried to upload this to the gallery, and you can't use mods, so I didn't want to take the chance of uploading it if it looked modded even though it wasn't. So then I had to go back out of here, remove those mods, then go back in and re-upload it. So that was a bit of a pain, but oh well. Yeah, so here's another grey top, and then another grey skirt that I gave her. I don't know, I mean, I feel like in the myths she would have just looked human, but because I couldn't actually make her a seal, I just thought the idea of her being completely grey was cool. I kind of went back and forth between those two skin tones a couple of times, so I wasn't sure if I wanted her to be lighter grey or darker grey, but then I eventually went with the darker grey just because I thought it looked good. So for her traits, I think obviously I went with Child of the Ocean because she's a sea creature, loves the outdoors, and then I went with Loner, so basically I just wasn't too sure what to go with for the other one. And then when it came to her aspiration, I was unsure as well. I kind of went through them all and there wasn't really any that fit. So then what I went with was the soulmate aspiration, because I kind of thought, you know, like the myths, she's come on land and she's trying to find love, but hopefully she won't get caught out and stuck and she finds love. So her name is Mirren, which is an Irish name meaning of the sea, so I thought that would be nice. And then Selkie is the surname because you have to give your creature, the surname has to be what you've made, so that's why her name is Mirren Selkie. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to check me out on Twitter, I'm there at @MarsSimmer, and if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Oh, and if you like her and you'd like to download her, she's up on the gallery under my gallery name, which is 0Maraid0. Just side note, Maraid is my actual name, Mars is a nickname, so yeah, that's my gallery name. Bye!